Hi guys, welcome back to Rybrook TV. Welcome to our Wolverhampton BMW retailer and welcome to the BMW X5 M60i. Now let's start by talking about what this is. What is the M60i? Well, it's the first time the M60i badge has appeared on the X5. It replaces the M50i right at the top of the regular X5 lineup. Of course, above this we have the X5M competition. But make this what you will, I think it's more of a subtle model in the lineup, but still has that monstrous 4.4 litre twin turbocharged V8 under the bonnet. Now yes, it isn't quite as powerful as the X5M, but this I think represents quite a nice little segment in the market. You want all that power, you want all that performance, but you don't quite want to be as hardcore as the X5M. Now I've never driven one of these and I was desperate to drive one when they announced it. So what's slightly different? Well, there are a few telltale differences which show that this is an M60i. You've got the M wing mirrors here, which are finished in carbon fibre on this car and look spectacular. You've got some M60i designation on the side, you've got some M60 designation on the back, and some kind of quad tailpipes. And that's about it from the exterior. And then inside the M60i, the only real difference you've got are these incredible bucket seats. They're M specified and they are so comfortable to sit in. You've got M ambient lighting up on the dashboard. But what of this interior? Well, it's the new LCI new shape BMW X5 interior, and I have to say it is spectacular. The fit and finish and quality of everything in this car is wonderful. Now if you want to see a full walk around and look at the new X5, please use the link in the top of the screen to go and check out our X550e video. But it has the new infotainment, the big wide curved screen, the minimalistic look in the middle. It is just a beautiful, beautiful place to sit in here. There's loads of space, it feels incredibly quality, the leathers are beautiful, all of the equipment in here is spot on. You get absolutely loads of standard with the M60i. It just feels wonderful. But realistically, what I want to do with this is take it for a drive and see what it feels like with that big V8 under the bonnet. So here we are then in the driver's seat of the X5 M60i. Now before we get out of Wolverhampton into some slightly nicer roads to really exploit this car, I thought it was worth talking about the real sort of soft, supple side of this car. Because what I've noticed straight away is just how incredibly refined and how easy this car to drive in comfort. You leave everything in comfort, it is so smooth, so serene, such a lovely place to sit and spend time. You've got your massage seats, I've got mine set just right. The view out is wonderful. I love looking out over M wing mirrors. Now I know there's going to be some people out there, especially in the comments, they're going to be like, oh, they only belong on a proper M car. But this is still an M Performance, so I think that, yeah, they do belong there. It's still an M Performance car and it still has a twin turbocharged V8 under the bonnet. But yeah, before we touch on the performance of this car, I just thought it was worth just explaining how lovely this is to drive through what is not the nicest of towns to drive through. We've got the ring roads and different things going on. There's loads of traffic, there's loads of different places. You can see that we're stop-start all the time. And for that purpose, this car feels absolutely wonderful. The V8 just has this really nice low-down grumble as you're moving through the gears. I don't know whether you'll be able to hear it. It's just very low, very just relaxed, but there is a hint of the performance that this car has on offer. There's just a hint that you've got a spectacular V8 up there in front. The rear wheel steer as well on this car makes manoeuvring this thing through very small, very narrow, very difficult roads so easy. It's very easy to place on the roads. As I've said, the view out is fantastic. We've got the heads-up display which shows you everything, the speed limits, etc, etc. I love a pano roof. This has the Sky Lounge one as well with the little flecks of colour throughout. It's just a beautiful place to sit, and these seats, which obviously are different, as I've mentioned, for the M60i, are lovely. Absolutely lovely as the heavens open. It's now absolutely thrown it down. Not ideal. But anyway, let's keep going. We're going to get out of the city and hopefully onto some slightly nicer roads. So we're now out of the town slash city and onto what promise to be some slightly better roads. But as you can probably see, it's now absolutely throwing it down, which is not ideal. But anyway, let's forget about that and let's talk about the performance of this car. As I mentioned earlier, we've got the 4.4 litre twin turbocharged V8 from the M5, from the X5M. And in this, guys, it produces 530 horsepower, which means that 0 to 62 is dealt with in just 4.3 seconds. But what's that like? Well, I'm going to go down here into sport and put the gearbox into sport, and you can immediately feel the car almost tense up and get ready. That's quite a pronounced change, actually. I wasn't quite expecting that. It's really... Yep, I do love a V8. It's just woken up. I hope you can hear that because it sounds fantastic under load. And its pickup is fantastic. It really picks up its feet. Oh, that's mighty impressive. Wow. Yep, I was not expecting that. Okay, let's just digest this a little bit. It feels, now that I've put it into Sport Plus, it almost feels like a full-on M car. It doesn't feel like a slightly softer version of an X5M. It just feels like an M. It feels fantastic. I am so incredibly impressed with this car. I think it's the difference between the two personalities that impresses the most. How it's so capable, so easy in a city, and then when you get it out into the country roads and just open it up, it's incredible how nimble it feels on its feet. It's a big car, it's an X5, and it's not even a full-blown M, but it feels just spectacular. The way that it steers through some not great British B roads is so impressive. It's a spectacular machine, this. It really is. It's impressed to no end, and I can't quite believe how good it is. Oh, it's wonderful. It picks up pace so quickly. It feels properly quick. And then when you get to the corners, which could be the Achilles heel of a car like this, it just goes round with such poise and precision that you're just kind of left thinking, is it really an X5? It feels like a much smaller, much more nimble car than it actually is. It's brilliant. And if you are in the market for one, please use the link in the description of this video. Contact your nearest Rybrook BMW retailer. Book in for a test drive, go drive one, because you have to experience this. It is a brilliant machine, this. Thank you guys ever so much for watching. Slightly different video today. The weather has had terrible ideas. I mean, you would think that it's summer at the minute. It's ridiculous. But anyway, please like this video, subscribe to the channel for plenty more content to come, and I'll see you guys again really soon.